welcome you to this journey, this conversation that we've been on for 11 episodes now. 11 episodes now. And I hope that you all have been growing, you've been going, and you've been doing what you got to do to be a better you. But not only you, but for your family, both on and off the app. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing that families have been suffering the most out of all of these different narratives because we choose not to have conversations that are necessary for us to grow and to become better. So, this is the reason why we have established this particular show so that we can go on this journey together, so that we can do what we need to do as individuals and as a unit to be the examples for the rest of the world that it don't have to be contention all the time in family. Sometimes we can agree to disagree, and a lot of times we just simply need to just listen to each other so that way that we can be best family we can possibly, no matter what arena you're in. Right? Tonight we got a interesting dynamic because we have a mother and a daughter on the show tonight. And a lot of times mothers and daughters don't really get a chance to like really express to each other or even to other people, the importance of their relationship with each other. But again, I want to welcome you all, family ties, and if my guests can request a box for me, please, so that we can get into this conversation and hopefully we can help somebody tonight. That's the whole agenda of this whole thing, right? So if my guests can request a box, please, so that we can get this conversation going, really dive deep into what it is about the mother-daughter relationship that that makes us move the way that we move. While they're getting ready, I will say this. I understand. Uh, while they're getting ready, I will say this. Today being Mother's Day, I definitely want to acknowledge the fact that mothers have been so intricate, so important to stream of life as a whole. That church earlier with my mom, and I told her, I said, "Look, ma, I said, look, this is crazy that a lot of people don't even really understand or recognize that without you as mom, I couldn't do none of the stuff that I'm doing right now. You choosing to be mom means more to me than any other accolade or any gift that I could ever give you. It means more to me that you chose to go through the process of not only giving me life, but helping to guide me through life. And that's very imperative. So we got one of our guests is in the box requesting the one and the only Miss Divine is in the building, y'all. And my other guest just showed up. So y'all y'all love for real for this mother daughter tag team that's so amazing on this app and as well as off the app too. I know y'all amazing because y'all amazing on the app. It's the one and only Coco Ferry. Look at her, look at her. How y'all doing tonight?
She over there hustling, y'all. Coco Fairy was catching flights early this morning, so she just getting settled in real good.
Two flights today and then a 2.5 hour drive. But we here. We are
We
here.
here. That's what matter. That's what matter. And so, beyond technical difficulties, I'm still going to go through because y'all can hear me clearly, right? Y'all can hear me fine. All
Mhm.
right,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. So it's an interesting dynamic tonight. Y'all make sure y'all faving, y'all loving on these two beautiful souls that's in the box tonight. You know what I mean? Uh Being that it is Mother's Day, let me say to you, Miss Divine, happy Mother's Day, and to each and every one of y'all that's in the comments, happy Mother's Day to you all as well. I know one thing I do know about Coco is Coco is very, 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 very extremely proud of her mother, right? That's one thing that I do know and I understand and I appreciate because I'm so lit about my mama. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But again, y'all, welcome to Family Ties. You know, a show where we talk about becoming better family members both on and off the app, not only for ourselves, but for our families as well. All right. Want to welcome y'all. We got the great, 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 most inspirational Miss Divine is in the box tonight, and her lovely daughter. You know, she's saying her not so little girl no more, Coco Fairy. You know, so we gonna talk tonight. Um, First of all, let me let y'all give y'all a chance to let the people know where they can find y'all, where y'all stream at, what y'all got going on. Basically what's going on with y'all.
Um, I'll let my mama go second because she be out here doing things. But my name is my name is Coco Fairy, as Wick has already said. I typically am a morning time streamer. I like getting the day started, bringing in the good vibes and everything like that. When I'm traveling for work, which I'm doing right now, I usually stream in the afternoons after I get off. But you can just catch me. We just be doing stuff. I be singing, play my ukulele. We got a few things. I read some poems as well. It's a whole hodgepodge of things over in Fairyland. And yeah.
All right. All right, all
Oh,
right.
sorry. I also have an auction coming up in June, a singers auction. So definitely like follow me on Instagram, and you'll see the things.
Okay, okay, okay. I see you. I see you moving.
Yeah, she be out here doing her thing. Hey, y'all, I'm Miss Divine. You can catch me every Saturday morning for my featured show, Divine Living. It's at the 11 o'clock hour. That's Eastern time. So be sure to tune in. Divine Living is a personal growth and wellness show. It's a talk show, but we be having some fun over there too. We might pull a little strings to make y'all cry every once in a while, but we don't try to cry about sadness. We all about that emotional wellness stuff. So come over, get a good laugh, get a good cry, and go on about your day. We doing some inspirational things over there. You can also, if you're thinking about, if you are a single parent, if you are a parent with a child with disabilities, mainly on the spectrum, we have a parent support group that we have started on Instagram, but we're going to be doing some things here on Tag as well. So you can catch us if you're interested in being in the support group. We ain't no professionals. We just like supporting parents and parenting things. Hit me up on IG, let me know, and and we'll get you started in there too. I got some other cool stuff in the happenings. Y'all just check me out, watch my Instagram for some stuff because my Instagram is trying to move, but I need y'all to come and like my page, follow me, all that kind of stuff. Follow me
Period.
on
Y'all better
Follow me
follow.
on IG. Look, I know I'm rambling, but my last uh post on Instagram, not about tag, has been watched over 1,700 times.
You
So
do
y'all
that.
come over and watch some things that I'll be doing over on Instagram.
That's what's up.
Trying to
That's
make
what's
this
up.
thing happen over there.
About to make this thing pop, shake, and move. You heard me. You did. All right, y'all. So again, this is Family Ties, man, and we've got to dive into this mother-daughter relationship aspect, right? We're about to dive into it, right? So I kind of spilled the beans a little bit last week,
right? Kind of spilled the beans last week in talking about some cross generational uh, deals. You know what I'm saying? As far as it pertains to how we communicate with each other, being that we're in two different generations. So, Coco, I'm going to come to you first, right? I want to come to you first because I know you got an interesting perspective on things, right? Um, Coco, has it ever been a time where you felt like you weren't able to like really communicate effectively with your mother?
Yes,
Would you like to expound on that?
many times. And even now, she's gotten better. She's gotten better. I will give her that. She's gotten better. But she she can be very dismissive. If she does not want to hear what I have to say, even if what I have to say is actually correct, she does not want to hear it. There's nothing. And it's just she'll tell me, she'll be like, no, I don't want to hear, get out of my room, get out of my face. And I do. I leave. I leave. Hi, my rara. I leave. But then I'm gonna come back in like 30 minutes or so. And I'm gonna be
Right.
like, may I speak now? And then usually she'll let me say what I gotta say. But no, it's very much oftentimes she does not want to listen at all. At
Right.
all.
Right.
You can be more honest. Like I would be like mean.
She would.
Mm,
Yeah, like growing up, like I didn't believe her. Um, she could be telling the truth, and I'd be like, I don't even believe you. Sometimes I believed her, but I just say that I didn't believe her because I wanted her to be more honest,
mhm,
like with the full story,
right.
like the full story, not just giving me pieces. So I'd be like, nah, I don't even believe that. I don't believe that. And she'd be like, Mom, it is true. It is.
So
So
let me
I
ask
was
you
I
though.
was kind of I
Let
was
me
kind
ask
of
you though,
mean.
Miss Divine, like where did that really come from? Like the aspect of not really believing her. Where did that truly come from?
Right for me, I'm the one that's always telling the stories.
Hmm.
It was probably really me.
And her
Um,
mama.
Yeah.
yeah, like I make up stuff, not make up stuff to uh, like I'm a good
Liar.
story. I'm a good storyteller. I'm a
Right.
good
Right.
storyteller. I'm not a good liar. I'm not a
Right.
good liar. Like my stories will be elaborate. So you will believe the things. And I have a very believable type of face.
Right.
So most people believe the things that I'd say, but like if I wanted to get my sisters or brothers out of trouble, I would just tell the stories and everybody believed me. So I figured like shoot, she was telling stories too.
Right. 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 Appreciate y'all. But
No, I was telling stories, girl.
that's why I asked the question like where did it come from? Because it's ironic that you guys say this, right? It's ironic that you guys say this because just earlier in church today, like literally in church, I made a statement and I was saying how sometimes us as parents we need to check ourselves, right? Because a lot of times, like what's really going on is a relevant and a right word that we need to hear, but we don't want to hear it because we're in the parental role, right? And it's crazy that my dad, he even talked about this one time with my oldest brother. He says that he had to go back and apologize to my oldest brother because my oldest brother was telling him something that was right, but because he was filling the father role, he didn't want to accept it because it was coming from him, the child, and he always was thinking, oh well, I'm the leader here. You know what I'm saying? So it's ironic that like this is the very first question out the gate, and this is how you both tapped into it. But yeah, so it's good to be honest with yourself, and also being able to receive, even though that is your child. You know what I mean? Being able to receive what they have to say, because we don't never know, like those things could be something that could benefit us in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I salute you for being able to be a mom that maybe not immediately, but eventually you come around to the table. I salute you for doing that. Um, but I also wanted to tap in. I wanted to ask you, Mr. Vine, um, in dealing with her as your daughter, right? It's some things that you've experienced in life, right? That you know in already in advance that these things are not conducive or they're not beneficial or profitable for anybody, let alone just your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Has there ever been a time where you found it difficult to explain to her why it's not beneficial, why it's not productive or anything like that to her?
No.
No.
I've always talked to her about everything. Like I there weren't very many secrets that I would have with her. Or if she had a question about something, I was straightforward with it. I wasn't making up like stories about life or people or how things were going.
Mhm.
It would be the straight up all the time.
Right, right. Why do you think, I'm gonna give you a follow-up question. Why do you think it's difficult for some parents to communicate that to their children? Why do you think it might be difficult for them?
A lot of times parents think they need to shelter their kids from the world, from life, from people. And um I lived a very sheltered life myself, you know. I didn't have good communication with my parents. I
Right.
didn't ask my parents things. You didn't question them about things. Coco Fairy asked a lot of questions all the time.
all the time.
And I wasn't the one to be like, nope, I can't answer that. Like, nah, she was getting the right answer, true and true. So much
Right.
so there was no Santa Claus. We never believed in that kind of stuff. There was no make believe people, and like your mama out here working hard. Ain't no Santa. I'm Santa. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
shoot. And we we are. I don't know where the feedback is.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a double sound with, I don't know if you got two devices on them, but there's a double sound. um can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's like a repeat or something on.
I hear
um
you fine.
no, we hear it.
Hmm. Let me
We got
see.
a double, like there's an echo, big echo.
Hold on a second.
Like, do you have a double stream on it or another stream on?
I
No.
think we're good. No.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
See it now?
it's
Everything
fine.
okay?
It's gonna
Escape?
do
um
I just turned all that off, so I ain't worried about it. That's all that's off.
okay, hopefully it'll stop. Either way, I was going to say that even though we were raised Christian, I didn't necessarily, it wasn't like traditional things. We weren't giving gifts, huge gifts. Oh, let's bring in all the presents for Christmas and all this kind of stuff. I didn't, like, my communication with her was straight up, like straight up about things. It just wasn't,
and
we
it
don't
wasn't
have time to be like super traditional about things, or people said it or did it this way, that's why we're doing it. No, we just didn't do that.
Right, right. That's good though. Coco, let me ask you. Also, everybody, welcome again to Family Ties. This is a family show where we talk about being, better family members for each other and ourselves. And we're just on a journey through our conversation, on being exactly that. So, Coco, let me ask you something like. literally, because I know like growing up, especially when you have a parent that is intentional about you, right? When a parent is very intentional about you, sometimes it interferes, or we feel like it interferes, right, with our relationships that we try to build outside of the mother daughter, father son type of relationship. Um, have you ever had an experience like that? And if you have had an experience like that, how did you manage that?
Experiences where like it was hard to separate like my mom being my friend type of ordeal.
Yeah.
No, we never. Now, I will say, growing up, I'm an only child, so
Okay.
my mom and I are very close. That's my person. That's who I got out here, and stuff. But she would play with me and everything like that. And there will be times where I would be like, Mom, I love you so much. I wish that we were sisters. But because I had no siblings, and we would always play together and stuff. But it was never a situation to where I overstepped my boundaries as a daughter or she came outside her boundaries as a mom. Like we were the friend and mom, friend and daughter kind of went hand in hand with each other. She would say she's not one of my friends, but she definitely one of my friends. And she be saying she my friend now. But um no, we just always had fun. We always had a good time together, but I always respected her as my mom. I never had no moment where I'm like, oh, we're friends, so I can talk to you this kind of way. Like there was never that. I always respected my mom, and we never had no issues with that, or even vice versa.
That's good. That's good because I've my mom is very blunt. I'm going to just keep it real. My mom is very blunt, and to the point where even outside relationships, right? She literally told my brother when he was dealing with somebody, she literally told him, "Get that disease out from in front of my house." Like literally. So in saying those type of things, when dealing with people outside of like your parental relationship with Coco, right? And Coco with your relationship with your mother being as it is, have either you of you found it difficult or even like easy to be that blunt with each other pertaining to outside relationships that you guys have?
Yeah, I will say because she'll have people that she call herself entertaining, and I'll tell her like I don't like that person or whatever. She'll tell me you can tell me a couple things this person done did, and I'm like no, I'm judging his character. If he do this, this means this and that. I don't like him. He is not the one. And she'll be like, oh, you don't like anybody I bring around, and I'm like, well, bring around somebody for me to like.
And I've told her too, if she was, it was one time she was trying to entertain this dude.
Hmm.
And look, y'all, I saw this dude at the Dollar Tree in my daughter's car. No. I told her if
Ah!
she don't get a brain, I was gonna come and beat one
Coco
in
don't feel
her.
bad.
I was gonna
She
come and beat
did.
a brain in her.
She told
That
me, she
fool better.
said, she said, I don't know where your brain is, but you need to find it.
Not what your brain is.
So
She
for real,
did.
Oh
I don't
wow.
know where your brain is. That fool, he didn't have a real job. He didn't have his own place. He didn't have a car because he was driving hers. No, no, he wasn't worth the thing. And look, that was gonna be over real soon,
Hmm.
real soon.
Yeah, he wasn't a thing.
Yeah, she stood on business on that one.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't playing with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
But
he
I.
was.
when it comes to other like relationships, so
Mhm.
I worked at the same high school that my daughter attended. So we went to work to school together. We saw each other throughout the day. But even though I was really active in the school that I worked, I always let her have her thing. Like,
Right.
um,
Right.
I could go to every game, but I felt like I didn't need to be there. I trusted my daughter in the things that she was doing. And a lot of other parents were like, "Oh, we're going to the game. Our daughters," she was a cheerleader. "Our daughters are cheering." I said, "No, that's her time now. Like I'm not going to be there until I started coaching the dance team." And then of course it was different then, but um it
But you allow
I
her to
just let her
still
have her
have her
space.
own autonomy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's even sorry. Nikki has said, does it get weird on time? That even goes into you dropping stuff into our tag relationship on here. My mama comes to my stream, she'll hang out for a little bit, but she gets on going. If somebody come in there and they start flirting with me, she's like, all right, I'm out. She might not even say anything, but she's like, okay, this is my time to go. Same vice versa in her stream. If this stuff start getting spicy, okay. She got her friends on the app who I might swing by for a hot second, say hello, and then I'm out the door. This isn't my space to hang out with. And just like same vice versa. I got friends, she'll go say hello, she'll hang out for a bit,
Hmm.
and then she out of there. But
Yep.
Right.
it's never been a any overstepping or it get weird or my mom's always here or she's always doing this. Like my mom and I have always been close. Like I said, she worked at the high school that I went to. We worked at the same elementary school together. We be around each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And that's what's so
like even
phenomenal about
when
y'all.
it gets weird, when it gets a little weird, I might be the one that's going to break that conversation. Like, hey, look, watch out for this person because they try to play us against each other. You
And
know?
Right.
what?
Right. Right.
And
That part.
what?
So I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up because that's one of the things I was going to ask you guys anyway. Um, Being that you are a mother daughter duo on the app, choose to accept it or not. Your mother daughter duo. Has there ever been anybody on the app that has tried to come in between y'all, like on
There,
like that
there
Yup.
was
level?
there was
Yup.
one. There was one that tried it, but he didn't know. My mom and I, any drama that I endure on this app, any drama that she endure on this app, any drama we endure in real life, we go into each other about. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I'm not good at not talking about things. So I'm a talk about my life. We gonna talk
Right.
about it. So she gonna know what's going on. And then when somebody try her, she gonna tell me about it. So and then if somebody tries something, she gonna call me right after she done talking to them. Tell me why this person really tried, and I'm like, I'm blocking them. But
Off
actually, they're
top.
not
That's
even
so
blocked.
dumb.
But
You blocked immediately. So anybody in the comments, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Y'all go to Coco Ferry and Mr. Vine. A blockage will happen if you on some foolery. That's just what I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Mr. Vine, would you like to like share about either that situation or any situation that was like that?
I ain't gonna go too deep on this raggedy man. I almost cussed. Piece of crap.
You know it's serious.
Oh,
You called him raggedy.
it man. That's as good as it's gonna get, right? Like the name calling.
Yeah.
But that fool, he blocked me. He's still active over on Coco's probably, but
he ain't been to my stream.
he blocked me. He blocked me. He tried
See.
to play us,
He
man.
going
He
further and
tried
further
to
down the
he
floor.
tried to play us hard. Try to play us hard. Like
Mm.
try to play us against each other. Call himself liking on Coco and was trying to like on me. I'm like, who the hell? Sorry,
And
dang.
then it was like, I would like you. He would like me more, but I'm 21. Who's 21? I'm almost 30. I'm
Hey.
confusion. But anyways,
Then he said, well, you can't, he said to me, I can't help it that your daughter's so cute. Dude, I know she cute. Her face look like mine.
period.
This is the T episode of Family Ties. I just want to let y'all know this is the T episode without spilling names. This is definitely the T episode. Family Ties. Yeah.
Those who know know.
So,
Those who
and
know
if
know.
and if the guy is in the building anywhere around, uh, hey, shame on you, sir. That's all I think I'm gonna say.
That
Yeah.
fool ain't gonna come around nobody we know
Well, hey, it is what it
before the
is. Welcome
streets.
again to Family Ties, y'all. This is Family Ties. This is a family show where we talk about being better for each other as well as ourselves and becoming family members both on and off the app. So here's my next question, right? Seeing how tomfoolery showed his face when it showed his face, right? Um, has there ever been a time, because we are talking about cross generational bonds, right? Has there ever been a time where you guys both have felt like a disconnect from each other? And if you did, how did you go about repairing, what was disconnected? How did you go about it if it was a time like that?
I think like the biggest time was after she had went to college the second time, but then she moved here with me. We didn't have like the strongest relationship right then, and um I was still in uh probably mothering mold where she was like, I've been out here doing this thing on my own. Who the hell are you? You know, I
Hmm.
think that's kind of how it felt. There was a lot of I mean, we got over it soon. She had to move in order for us to get over it though.
So you had to go. You had to get out.
But not in a bad move. She
No,
just had to move, you
definitely
know.
not.
I think that it's good for us to be able to be together. I think that the only reason why this is working as long as it is too right now is because she's not here as often, you
Right.
know. Like she's working on the road. She don't have to see me every single day like she did before, you know. Um but I think that that's the reason why it works the way that it does now.
Okay. Okay. Coco, you care to share on that?
Um, I don't know. I would say for myself, a disconnect more so. I have felt a little disconnect a little more recently over the last like year within us, maybe 6 months or so. But that's just because I want you to be better for yourself and stuff. And I feel that sometimes when I do try to help, or if I do try to assist in ways, I feel like it's for nothing because it then just goes back to how it previously was. Um, and I had to learn that you have to take things at your own pace and come about it when you're ready.
Hmm.
Um, and that receiving a message from me may not hit you as heavy as it coming from somebody else, um, and stuff. And it makes me sad because sometimes because I do want to be able to talk to you about some things, but I always fear that it'll get taken the wrong way and
Oh,
that
don't cry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been more in tune with my emotions, so the stuff just be flowing sometimes, and
Right,
I
right.
don't be
You
able
good.
to. But I do be wanting to talk to you more often about
Okay,
things.
hold
But I
on,
feel like
hold
it
on.
won't.
This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say is at this point you want to. This is what I see. You want to take ownership of making me well, and you can't make me. You can't make me. And with that, I try to explain like your support, and when I say things is when it's really the support that's needed, not how you want it or what you see in me, but what I see in myself. And that's where the support is needed the most, you know?
Right.
And I understand you be trying to go hard, but when I see it, it's in a different vision, a different way, a different way. So my support from you is really knowing that, not that I don't hear you, but I've come from a hard place, a hard place. And explain to people a lot that I've explained to people outside, and I don't know if you've seen it as much as everything with me, but 2022 broke me real bad, like broke me real bad. A whole lot happened in a short period of time. And I'll explain to people because I think that it's important to have this conversation right now
Right.
and where I'm coming from. But in April, May, June of 2022, uh, I think I think that was the year that I realized, to the beginning of the year, that year I realized my dad was really ill. I was standing right next to my dad earlier that year. And it was probably February of that year. And my dad didn't recognize me. I'm
Mm.
talking directly to him and he didn't know who I was. So that was like, okay, I got to make some real things happen. My daughter moved in with me. Coco Fairy moved in with me, but as soon as she moved in, she left. She got a job traveling out of the state and was gone for a great big period of time. My best friend of 20 some years decided to move out of the country. Another good friend of mine, I had to break off their relationship because that woman left me high and dry in a medical emergency. The next couple of weeks after that, she gave me COVID, and then my brother was killed. So I experienced some really traumatic things in a
Yeah.
very short period of time. I thought I was like befriending, some people were befriending me and they end up hurting me all at the same time while me trying to move my dad to where I am. So in that, I kind of lost myself.
Right.
That's what I want to say. I lost a big part of me, even though I had to keep going through the motions, going through the motions, going through the motions. And um, through all of that, Coco Fairy, your support has been important, but it doesn't fix, like how you want to fix me, doesn't fix all the stuff that I've had to go through. So yes, it's taken a long time, and I'm hoping, I'm praying that you see too that I'm making strides to make me better, you
I
know,
definitely will.
and it still has nothing to do with you. The work that I do, I have to do it by myself. So don't take on fixing me. Don't take on fixing me.
Right.
All I need for you to say, you got it, mom, or whenever I say, hey, I really need your help, that's when I need your help. But don't take it personal. I was in a real bad place, really, really bad place. And I'm
Well,
praying that I'm coming out of it. I'm coming out of it.
You have
So
to.
welcome, welcome again to Family
thank you.
Ties, man. And I know, like, I know we're supposed to have like these tag spots, where we keep reminding everybody of where they at and what they doing. But if you're really tapping in, you know where you at. You know what you're experiencing right now. This right here is honestly and truthfully really the big reason why I wanted to do this show, right? Because people don't often get a chance to actually have these type of conversations. They don't get a chance to like really, really be vulnerable with each other, no matter what the relationship is between you. You know what I mean? And you can be tighter than than anybody else in the world can ever understand. But it's always that one conversation that you wish you would have had. It's always that one conversation that if I could have just said this, what difference would it have made? You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why we want to have an open space to have these conversations and this dialogue with each other. Again, like I said, to make ourselves be better family members for each other, but it's more importantly for ourselves, right? Um, and that was extremely a beautiful exchange, and I really feel like there was appropriate, especially being that it is Mother's Day, you know. being that it's Mother's Day, being able to talk to mom and mom being able to talk to daughter, just like mothers and daughters should be able to talk, right? So I'm gonna move on to my next question. Um, and it's my goodness, it's amazing, like seeing that right before your eyes, like literally. So my
I'm
next
tired of
question,
crying on this app, but let's go ahead.
yeah, but you know what? This is a space where you can cry. You're supposed to cry, right? Because in order to get to true healing, we got to get that pain out. We got to get that out. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't get the pain out, you know what I mean, we gonna still be holding on to stuff that we claim that we healed from, and we really not. You know what I'm saying? So again, my next question for both of y'all, um, in this current society, because Mr. Vine, I'm pretty sure you remember back in the day, it was just certain things that you didn't say, certain things you just didn't do, certain things that you just kept away from your parents, period, right? Because it just wasn't popping, right? At all. Coco, have you ever found yourself, right? Have you ever found yourself really in a space where you felt too comfortable with doing things around your mother?
um, I mean, there's some things we just don't talk about. Like when it comes to intimacy type stuff, we don't need to talk about that with each other. That's we don't talk about that. Like that's the boundary.
Y'all gotta
I
be
don't know what
swimming
she
in
do.
water.
She don't know what I be doing. We don't. In my head, she don't be doing nothing, and I'm gonna just keep it that way in my head.
There you
So,
go.
period. But I do be over other things in life. I do be oversharing. Like I do be TMI and other things outside of that. Especially when it comes to things that womanly things and stuff. And she don't want to hear it. And I'm like, I gotta tell you, you're gonna have to hear it. But other than that, nah, well, no.
Right.
That's because she just like to be too detailed and stuff. I'm like, girl, I get it. We all go through it, but shoot, I don't need to know every single point of thing.
I gotta describe to you how the pain that I'm in.
Right.
I don't need to know.
I need to get it out.
I need to get it out.
Journal. Try to journal. Write it. I don't know. Speak to
So,
yourself.
so
You know
Mr.
what it's
Vine,
like to talk to
in
yourself. You ain't had no
talking
siblings. Go talk to yourself.
in those realms and those arenas, have you found it difficult to want to explain something without going too far into detail about what you're trying to explain?
No, because I'm gonna just say what I gotta say. Like
That's
she knows, she already knows. I'm the one. Don't have me on speakerphone when you're in public, which she quite often always does. And then it's like Coco when I say something, and I'm like, why you got me on speaker? Just having casual conversations with me.
when you know what you
So
want to do.
there's no, I don't have much of a filter. So once I kind of, sometimes I overshare, and sometimes like if I trust you, I'm gonna just keep saying what I'm saying. It's going, it might go, who knows which way it might go sometimes, but I'm gonna just, it's just gonna come out.
That's good. So do you view that, Mr. Vine? Do you view that as a good quality, or do you view that as a quality that's like, you know what, she's just doing way too much?
It is what it is at this point. I mean, she like she like 30 years old, y'all. So it's like it ain't no changing. This is just how Coco Fairy is. And I'm just like, here it goes again. So that's just how I feel about it. I guess I feel good that she feels as if she can talk to me about a lot of stuff. And don't get it twisted. She talk about she don't talk about intimate things. She even share too much to me too. Like she be telling me things. And I just be like, dang, I don't need to know. I'm your mama. I don't need to know. And
I'm
I
only
just be
saying
like,
it from a
oh. I just
perspective.
make a big sigh. I don't even tell her not to. I just be like,
Uh,
When
my
I was
mama
younger,
be
she would
like,
just send me to my room. When I would get to oversharing or get slap happy, she'd be like, go, get out.
"Let's go." Just get out of
Yeah.
here.
She can't do that now.
Wow.
I can
Wow.
go to mine.
My
And I'll be
mom
right
be
outside
like,
the door.
look, boy, I ain't trying to hear all that about you. I be like, but mama, you my mama. Like, you
What
my
you know,
mama.
one thing, one like I can say, this is probably too much information, but I'm gonna kind of try to share as much as I can. Where she has gotten into conversations about that, I have also used it as kind of teachable moments too. Like you can talk to me about semi intimate things, and I'm like, well, there was one time where she said something about somebody something. I said, well, that shows me you don't really like that person very much. Because if that is what you care about, there's no love there.
Yeah.
I look. I definitely hear you on that. I definitely hear you on that. Oh my goodness, you
I didn't
guys.
like that person very much.
This conversation has been
I
amazing.
told you.
It's been amazing.
I told
Shimmer, I see you. I see you just popped in. Uh, look, y'all, we at the bottom of the hour already. For real, for real. Um, Let me ask y'all, man, like, cause we gonna get into this game that I do at the end that people tend to like. So we're gonna see how much y'all really much is alike or not at the end of the show. So my next question, when it comes to um, hobbies and things of that nature, do you guys try to do things together, like hobbies and such? And if you do, what are those types of things that you like to share with each other in that regard?
We are two air signs. We just do stuff. We just do stuff. If when we didn't live together, she'll be like, "Oh, I'm going down to the market this morning." I'll be like, "Oh, girl, I'm about to come down there too." I'll go there. It may be a jazz event going on. She's like, "Hey, there's this live jazz event outside in the park. You want to go?" Or I may go somewhere and be like, "Hey, I'm going out to eat here. You want to come and join me?" Or we've done building gingerbread houses on the app together. We just do stuff. We do whatever if we
if she
want
go
to do
play a concert,
it. Play
I stay
concerts.
winning tickets. So, we always going to concerts and plays after I win tickets on the radio or something. So it's
Yeah,
always
y'all
something.
stay outside. Y'all stay
Yeah,
outside.
we just doing stuff. We more inside now than we ever been in life. Cause before you wasn't catching us in the crib. We were not in the house. And she had a hotel job. We would just go stay in hotels just for fun, just to get away for the weekend.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. So yeah, y'all. I I love to hear that because one aspect of families that I think that got kind of lost in the shuffle is us actually doing family stuff together. You know what I mean? When we talk about like being able to share like our hobbies, being able to share like games that we like. When I was growing up, like literally my dad would like sit us down and we would play Monopoly, but we would play Monopoly his way, right? So he had his own rules that was like just like really really crazy, but it was cool at the same time because we didn't play the game the normal way. We played it the way that he learned how to play, and he used the game of Monopoly to actually teach us about finances and how to manage money and things like that. But that was his way of connecting with us as his sons in particular, but his children all together. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I still appreciate him for it because I took some of them lessons and really, really have still applied them even to this day. I calculate taxes. I calculate taxes now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he did with us when we were younger. Um, so y'all, it is now 10:50, right? So I think I'm gonna dive into this game real quick. Shimmer, I see you. Uh, but I'm gonna dive into this game real quick, and then at the end I want to give y'all time again to share with the people where they can find you, what you got going on, what you got coming up, and all of that good stuff. Right? It's a word game. So here we go. Uh, I'm gonna say a word, and you just the first word that comes to your mind. All right. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Connection.
4.
Heart.
Uh, hmm.
But I was thinking connect 4 is why I said it was
And
supposed
I
to
was
be.
thinking Love
I got.
Connection, like the game
I,
show.
I got you. 2.
4.
I was
All right. Life.
gonna say 4 again. Jail.
Hope. Not jail. Not jail.
Like you got a life sentence.
She got a life sentence. That's what she. That's what she do
Exactly.
with
Jail.
life.
You said life
What?
again?
No, Miss. I didn't hear Miss Divine's response.
Oh, what did I say? Hope. Hope.
Okay. Flower.
Power.
Butterfly.
What
What?
was yours, Coco?
Butterfly.
Okay. Um, you guys are giving some interesting responses. All right. So, beliefs.
Systems.
Relief.
Okay. Okay. Um,
That first
team.
thing and it rhymed.
Team.
Building.
Work.
Building. What was yours, Mr. Divine?
Work. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay.
Team
Team.
building
Work.
exercises.
Okay. Garden.
Huh?
Well, oh,
Garden.
fairy.
Gardening.
Okay. Now we're gonna get to the interesting parts. Cooking.
Shows.
Me.
You said me.
Yeah, she be cooking.
Okay. Mr. Divine.
She said shows. I said me.
Oh, you said shows. She said me. All right. Cool. Then I'm gonna get to the big one. I'm gonna get to the big one here. Nurturing.
Mother.
Me.
Fire.
Fighter.
Bender.
Bender.
I've
Okay.
been I've been watching Legend of Korra.
Yeah, you're an avatar. All right. And for my last word, right? I said connection already. Okay. So it's not connection, it's flow.
Flowetry.
What I'm about to say, you probably said was inappropriate.
You say your period?
Go for
I
it.
was thinking minstrel, definitely.
Okay, hey, it's your word. It's your word.
I was
It's your
definitely
word.
thinking minstrel. Like,
All
gosh
right.
darn it.
All right. Now, to be honest with y'all, I selected those words. I tried to memorize them instead of reading them off of the pad. But I selected those words for this particular episode because in all of those words, it requires a relationship with something or somebody else, right? And so those things being in place is very, very imperative that we understand that the relationship is more important than anything else that's connected to the relationship. We live in a day and an age where people give up on relationships so fast, whether it be a mother-daughter relationship, father-son relationship, an intimate relationship, or just being directly connected as cousins even. We give up on those relationships far too easy, but we give up on them because of the things that are connected to the relationship and not focusing on the relationship itself. And tonight's episode showed us that a mother and a daughter's connection is one that should be celebrated, it should be elevated, and it should be exposed to more people more than it is, right? Because you two have shown us tonight that no matter what the difficulty of the relationship is, as long as we stay focused on it, we can succeed and be successful as a mother-daughter team, no matter what atmosphere we're in. All right. So again, I'm gonna give y'all the time and the space where y'all can show the people, tell the people where you at, where you gonna be about, what you got going on, all that good stuff. Y'all make sure y'all fave these two beautiful queens that's in this box on tonight. And go by, check out their streams, check out their shows, you know what I mean, and anything and everything that they got going on. The floor is now yours.
Again, I am the not so little girl, Coco Fairy. Wick, I want to thank you for having us be on the show. Nikki, thank you as well. This was great. It was really good to have these talks and everything like that. But don't get it twisted. We like the best mother daughter combo to do it. Okay, this is listen. You don't see a mother and daughter like this. Okay, I got the best mom that there ever is and ever will be, and that's just that on that. Y'all might love y'all mama, but this ain't about your mama right now. But you can catch me. You can catch me typically in the mornings, bringing through the best brother too. Period. Shout out to my big brother down there, the Boo Professor. Um, but you can catch me typically in the mornings. I am traveling right now for work, so you will catch me in the afternoon, evenings. This Tuesday, you can catch me on, me and my mama. We will be on Lord Just Me show, hypothetically, of course, at 7 p.m. Eastern. So come and check us out then. I also have an auction coming up in June. So definitely follow me on Instagram so that you'll be able to check that out. It is a singers auction hosted by my visionary who may still be down there. So it's going to be definitely very dope. Or my mama says it, where she be at, you'll catch me also at Divine Living on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Say my
Period.
stuff.
But you say it too, but I'm just saying you're going to find me there. All right.
Okay.
Love you, girl.
Love you too. Love you too. I'm Miss Divine. You can catch me every Saturday morning for Divine Living. That's my featured show. It's featured, y'all. Featured here on the app. We just did our 1 year featured show anniversary a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm super excited about just creating content and streaming more. So you can probably catch me in the mornings too. I'm gonna start waking up and actually streaming in the mornings, y'all. Yeah, catch me in the morning. Catch me in the mornings. Um, so yeah, I might do some early stuff too. It just depends. I'm gonna get out here. Y'all come by and see me. Come by and see me. Miss Divine gonna be on screen much more, much more. Other than that, I don't have much going on. Like Coco Fairy said, you can catch us this week on Lord Just Me's, hypothetically, of course, whatever day that is. Tuesday, like she said. But check our Instagram, especially mine. Check my Instagram, y'all. Check my Instagram. I'll be trying to make some posts out here. Look, my show Instagram post, reel was shared 150 some times. I love y'all. Come out here and support. I love y'all. Take care. Thank you, Wick, for having us. Good conversation. Great show. Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Look, y'all, we are at the end of another episode of Family Ties. So look, check this out. If y'all don't know, you better know that wisdom is cultivated knowledge, right? And so what we do here, we appreciate everybody for showing up, right? Miss Divine, Coco Fairy, I appreciate y'all for pulling up on us and actually sharing with us tonight, you know what I mean? Because the conversation tonight, if you didn't feel that, man, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm gonna be honest. You gotta tap into what's going on, man. Healing is taking place right in front of our eyes, man. If we don't take the time to acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? But what happened is we'll lose it in the shuffle, right? So again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave y'all with my words, right? You are an intricate piece to this thing called life. Without you being the true and authentic version of yourself, it's imperative. It's imperative that we learn to be the true and authentic version of ourselves. Because if you're not in position when it's time for your destiny to meet who you are, when you're supposed to be there, who will be you when it's time for you to show up. So again, y'all, I appreciate y'all for pulling up tonight. Don't hesitate to look and find me sometime on the app. I'm gonna get a regular streaming schedule so y'all can see me a little bit more often. But as of now, man, y'all can definitely catch me on Friday nights for Friday night karaoke. On Thursday nights, you can catch me on Thirsty Lifestyles with my bro Legs and one of the most amazing admin on the app, Nikki 24/7 and Miss Nikki Knights. Also, you guys, I have an auction coming up on the 25th. I have an auction coming up on the 25th, so y'all stay tuned for that. It's gonna be in Nikki Knights stream, or y'all can just come here and vibe out with me. Either way. But then again, we're back here on next Sunday. Next Sunday is gonna be so dope, so amazing. We gonna have a conversation on modern day parenting. Conversation is gonna be on modern day parenting. So y'all make sure y'all pull up for that, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting, and we got some amazing guests to talk about it. So again, I'm gonna tell y'all, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Come check me out whenever you see me. I'm definitely gonna get around, come and see you. All right. All grace, love, and peace be to you tonight and moving forward. All right.